Coaches, welcome back to Football Talk with Coach Chip. Listen, don't forget, if you're not subscribing, go ahead because it don't cost you anything and it sure does help me out over here at Football Talk with Coach Chip. Also, I'm going to link it in the description at the end of the video, but I've started a blog. I've had some coaches that I correspond with, and there's like over 200 of them now on my email list. I don't correspond with all of them, but at some point they corresponded with me. And about culture stuff. And I did the culture clinic or seminar or summit with Rick Stewart back in the wintertime. And a lot of coaches have asked me about, why don't you do any culture stuff on your football talk with Coach Chip? So what I got is football talk with Coach Chip .blogspot.com, but I'll link it down below. And that's just another cool thing to do. Some of y'all that are on the email list have seen some of the things that I share. It's nothing original to me. I read a lot. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and it's a lot of that stuff that I've married together from different books and different coaches, and a little bit of me, but not, what is me definitely was inspired by one of these other people. All right, let's get started with this video. We're going to be talking about making the 3-3 stack pay when they blitz by using an old special, the trap. Let's get started. Now, I think you can run out of multiple formations. I've drawn it up against a bunch, and I'll go ahead and tell you the uh, the genesis of this was the RPO clinics. Well, I did the RPO clinic uh, back in February, and then I went over and spoke at Rogers Clinic, and we spoke about it was a 3 session uh, talk on the buck, and one of them was on RPO. And in digging through this, I got to thinking. I said, is there a way to run right at these jokers? Because remember, the old wing T guy in me, I want to put people in conflict. We've talked about that before. A lot of spread guys have that mindset too, especially your air raid guys, about putting people in conflict, and especially your air raid or spread guys that like to throw RPOs. In a lot of RPOs, you're not putting somebody necessarily in conflict. They're not involved in the run fit. Not saying they're not bad plays. It's just you're not really putting a guy involved in the run fit in conflict. And this is a way to run right at him. Let me go ahead and tell you, too, this was inspired by viewers, by subscribers that correspond with me and talk to me. I've had several of them say to me, like, Coach, why do you draw so much stuff up against an even front? I don't see much even front. I got a good friend, Jack Hankins, over in Wayne County, Mississippi. He goes, man, on my schedule, we don't see much even front. I know a lot of y'all are in leagues like that. And I've always said, to me, the odd front's very difficult to block because you're dealing with 3 50-50 players up front, talking about the 0 and the 2 4s. And so that too got me to thinking, see, I listen to y'all and I read what you send me. And I want to give you things that have value to you. And so, and I know you can do this against an even front too, but I did this with the mindset of looking at it versus an odd front, especially the devil of the odd fronts, the stack, the 3-3 or 3-5 stack. All right, I did it against trips because I really want to get that safety out of the middle of the field. I'll show you some video, not of this play, because I've never seen this done exactly this way. If you have, please send me some video. But the stuff that it kind of inspired me looking at this, well, why can't we do it this way? I'll show you that video. Um, on this one, at first I drew it up like a tailback trap, a running back trap right here, cross face and get downhill. Then I thought, dude, let's just make it a no mesh, just flash fake this joker, make these guys really think we're running sweep, stalk out here. You got that safety if they're going to play him here. Now I'm going to go ahead and tell you, if they're going to play his butt right here, you need to be running sweep, or you need to be throwing bubble out here, you know, something of that nature. But a lot of guys are going to cheat this cat over like this to the trips and try to cover trips this way, put this guy right here. Now, if they do that, that's when you need to be running bubble. When they play this cat over in here, and all that. But let's look at this play right here. Okay, I digress at every turn. Have him feign, that's a fancy word. I got that from the Harvard of the Wiregrass, Troy State University, 2 degrees. Fake, blocking down, kind of like on the down play, to make him think he's being pressured from the outside, and that kind of makes him cheat out right here. And then run right through that linebacker. You say, what if the linebacker doesn't move? Then you run into him. Honestly, you will. Because if he doesn't move, the quarterback's going to run it. Because that's his key. That stack backer right there on this diagram here, the S is the key. That's his trigger. If this guy, if he sees down, this is really good against blitzing teams. They love to do this, boom, this, on the snap, boom, okay? Or vice versa, come hard here and hard out here, and they're just giving you the read. So if you got a team that really loves the blitz that you're playing this week, then what you do is you read this stack backer. He triggers out or he triggers in. He triggers period, blitzes, he fires. Quarterback's going to flash fake, or you can ride fake it right here, and no need for him to go any further. Raise up, pop the wing back, slot back, what I call an H, right here. Now you tell you this guy right here, the receiver, to be reading that safety. Does he need, is the safety here? So he needs to keep it more like this. You follow what I'm saying? Or is he playing here? And we come right here because the middle of the field is going to be open. And so there's your trigger, and that's who the quarterback is reading. Okay, he's not reading the DN. Okay, so if this guy triggers hard here, you say, what if he doesn't? You run it. You got a flat foot joker right here. Okay, if he doesn't do anything, run it, hug those down blocks right there. Okay, and again, it's for the aggressive 3-3 team, the defensive coordinator that wants to create opportunities for his defense by being very aggressive, and they love the blitz, or a 3-3 team that really reads keys. Excuse me. So if this guy sees down blocks and that's his key, or he's reading cloudy clear and this guy goes out or whatever, and he's coming real aggressive, that's when you can disconnect and you can throw it, you see. And so I just think that is a great way and you're putting this cat in conflict. All right, let's look at it. Let's look at another way to do it, another way to skin this cat. All right, here you see we're blocking it the same way. We're in trips again. Now this time I've got the bubble drawn up in there. Okay, now that's pre-snap. They say, what are you doing, Chip? You're giving the guy 2 things. No, I'm not. You're going to pre-snap the bubble based on where the dog is. Okay, the outside backer. Okay, and then you're going to post-snap, same read I just gave you on the previous slide, previous card. Right? It's the same read for the quarterback, but this time he's got the running back. Now you can cross face it, you can same side it, like same side power, or you can do like this. I just did it this way. I really like this. It's what I call pistol. I know it's not true pistol. Before you correct me, any new viewers, new subscribers to Coach Football Talk with Coach Chip, I know we just call it that for sake of, got to give it a name. And the kids think that's pistol anyway, so it's fine. And what you do is just like if you go back and look at my power read that we've done so many videos on, okay? If you go back and look at that, it's the same thing. It's just a different way to do it. And it really, I think, and this is laboratory stuff. I'm going to show you some video how I got this idea and why I think it'll work. But I don't have any video of this specific play because this is, mad scientist laboratory work. And so we get in pistol, take your slide step. That's quarterback catches the ball and gets, he pivots just like he does on what we call the power read. And he's going to go screaming downhill, looking to hug those down blocks. Stay away from the kick out. That's where you run a trap. You hug the down blocks. Those are the blocks that really, really, really matter. Because if this dude runs up the field, don't matter if you have a trap or not. That's why I try to tell people these are the blocks that matter. Hug that right there while the quarterback is reading that same cat, the stack backer. Okay. If this kid triggers inside, disconnect, and throw it. And you're going to block down, fake blocking down on the end, which if you end up running the trap, it should soften up the trap for the guard because this guy's thinking, oh, I'm about to get blocked down on from the outside. And so you fake blocking down and then go around, come right through there. And the quarterback sees it, his eyeballing this guy right here. Okay. And if he triggers, pull and hammer it right there. Again, this guy needs to kind of read the safety to see where he needs to release. Like I said, if he stays in the middle of the field, you know, and does a 50-50 deal, then he'll do more like that. Okay. All right, and there's other things. If you want me to send you some of the diagrams, hit me up at siegel.chip@gmail.com, and I'll send you some of the others like that. It's the same rules as far as trap blocking goes. That's why I really didn't get hard into the trap blocking. We've talked about trap blocking on a previous video and how we block it and the blocking rules. But just another way to use an old school play. All right, before we go, let's look at a few videos that kind of inspired why I came to this, and also conversations with different guys, some, on the phone, some through text, some through email. And I want to show you, I said, well, why wouldn't this work? Okay. I want some of y'all to try it in spring training. How about that? Send me your video. All right, now this is not the same thing. And again, this is an RPO, but it's a trap. Look, this is the same side power look like this, and this team runs trap kind of like as a counter. And they're doing an RPO, but they're reading over here, okay? And then they're trapping over here. So if the guy goes flying, triggers that way, he'll disconnect and he'll come over here. But they're reading this side. And what we're talking about today is putting a player in conflict. So just imagine, use your imagination, put the running back here, okay, or in pistol, doesn't matter, and have him come right here running his trap, which he's going to do. He's going to run trap like this, okay? And read this cat. Have the quarterback open up right here. Read this cat right here, the stack backer looking dude. He's right here, okay? And if he triggers, boom, right there, then you can disconnect. And this, they don't have an H, it's tied in. He can come here, boom, right there. All right, let's clear all these lines out of the way. Let's see what we're looking at. See what I'm talking about? They're going to trap right here. Here comes the trap. If the quarterback opens up this way, I'm not saying these coaches are wrong. This kid's going to score. And reads this kid right here. Look at the middle of the field. Okay? That thing is buck naked wide open as the day it was born. So if this kid would step down and then come right here and the quarterback read this kid, somebody's band's going to play. Okay? Tell you that's a good trap and it's a touchdown. I'm just talking about, one way to skin a cat. All right, this is a different play. Looks the same, but it's a different play. Again, look right here. He's going to come right here and run the trap. Again, put him over here or put him in the pistol and let him come right here and read the first linebacker play side. You're putting a guy in conflict that's involved in the run fit. That's the reason I like it so much. Okay. All right, here's another one. So this have two back look. See, he's reading back over here. And there was another video in this clip. I found this on the internet. I don't know where I found it. All right, let's look at now this one. All right, now y'all remember this from the Buck Clinic and some of the Buck videos I've done. This is what got me thinking about to begin with. Now they're doing Buck. This guy's going to block down. All right, here's what I'm saying. Why not bubble, and that'd be a pre-snap, stalk, which by the way, it looks like it's there. All right, and instead of Buck, trap this kid here. Now, when this kid goes to block, he goes to block down and then goes right there. Now, this is against an even front, but it's the same thing. You read the first linebacker play side. He's directly involved in the run fit. Okay? When he sees these down blocks, getting kind of messy on you, when he sees down, down, back, he's coming. Okay? If he's not coming, you're going to give the ball anyway. But you're reading, if it's even front, you're reading this guy because it's the first backer to the play side. So if it's stacked, it'd be this guy right here. Okay? And if he triggers and comes down, see, this guy's going to go boom. You say, well, he's not blocking. He don't have to block. You're running trap. It's not buck. And he goes right here. There's your safety. Look. See, they brought the safety over the trips, just like we did in the diagram. You got to use your imagination, like Willy Wonka. Look, this guy came right here, boom, and did that. Now it works out, and that guy bubbled instead, right? All right, same play. Again, let's look at it this way. Let's say we're going to go face, trap right there, or do it out of pistol, or cross face and carry out a sweep, and let the quarterback run your trap. No matter. But read this guy, first linebacker, play side. My bad. I haven't done that in a while, have I? Okay. So let's just say quarterback, we're going to boom, flash fake there, a ride fake, and you're reading this guy, first linebacker, play side. He triggers, disconnect. This guy comes here. Watch. See what I mean? It's the same effect, but just a different way to deliver it. All right? Okay, we're coming up on 20 minutes. That's it. Making the 3-3 stack play pay when they blitz or if they're really aggressive with those linebackers. I think it's a great concept. Hey, somebody out there that runs something similar to what I do, try it in the spring. Okay? And let's compare notes. I'm going to try it. So let's go ahead and get that done. All right, don't forget, you can find me on Twitter. It's Coach Chip at Chip Siegel. Email down below. It'll be in the description, siegel.chip@gmail.com. Got Football Talk with Coach Chip on Facebook. And of course, the new thing I told you about at the beginning, Football Talk with Coach Chip at theblogspot.com. And I'll put a link down below for that too. Please be sure to share it and subscribe. Also, click on like if you like it. All right, first, and tell all your friends if you like it. Tell all your coaching buddies. If you don't like it, keep your cockeyed mouth shut. Hey, until next time, y'all be elite.